What is up, everybody? All 6 of you wonderful people. I'm Moto, and I'm here to tell you about the 5 basic kinds of motorcycles. Buying a motorcycle is a big purchase, especially if it's your first bike. Don't end up like me, stuck with a cruiser when all I really wanted was a sweet, sweet squid missile. Whether you want a face-meltingly fast super sport or a laid-back cruiser for your commute, you can bet there's a motorcycle out there that meets your needs. So I'm going to break them down into 5 categories of motorcycles. Let's start off with the standard motorcycle. Now, when people think of motorcycles, 2 bikes usually come to mind. A big, loud Harley ridden by a guy who may or may not be wearing a half helmet. Or a crotch rocket ridden by a kid with a death wish. However, one of the most common motorcycles on the road today is just a standard motorcycle, sometimes referred to as a naked bike. These bikes offer an upright riding position that's more comfortable for longer rides. Their lightweight and easy maneuverability makes them great bikes for beginner riders. Their lack of fairings means while it may make it easier to work on and less expensive to drop, at highway speeds you've got no protection from the wind or other debris. Nakeds can come in all different shapes and sizes, from torquey, wheelie happy parallel twins, silky smooth inline 4s, even a big old single cylinder thumper, and everything in between. A couple examples of naked bikes are the MT-07 and the Triumph Street Triple. On to the second bike on our list, and a personal favorite of mine. It's the sport bike. These bikes are built for performance. Nothing else in the world of motorcycling comes close. For less than $5 grand, you can own a bike from 2002 that'll show your local muscle car guy what real power looks like. However, in order to get the performance, you must sacrifice the comfort. These bikes, excluding the sub 600cc class, will have higher controls to bring your knees closer to the tank and lower handlebars to tuck your torso into the tank. Definitely not the bike you want to take on a cross-country tour. The majority of these bikes will have stiff suspension, better brakes, and tires that grip the road better but wear away faster. But honestly, in the case of a 600cc and up, these bikes are purpose-built track machines with road legal lights and license plates. There are 3 different classes of sports bikes. The lightweight bike, more of an upright seating position like a standard bike, 1 to 2 cylinders making much less horsepower. That's because these bikes are aimed at beginner riders. Examples are the Yamaha R3 or the KTM RC390. The middleweight. This is the face-melting, back-destroying track machine I've been fiending for. Made for more advanced riders who understand and respect the kind of power an inline 3 or 4 cylinder makes. Examples are the Triumph Daytona 675R or the Kawasaki ZX6R. And finally, the superbike. This bike is almost a MotoGP bike for the road. Somewhere around 190 horsepower at the crank on a vehicle that weighs somewhere around the mid-400s. They're aimed at the most experienced riders who have more money than sense, or maybe they frequent a lot of track days. And now for the complete opposite end of the spectrum, and my current ride, we have at number 3 the Cruiser. Ah yes, the Cruiser. Number 1 choice for the weekend warrior, middle-aged man going through a midlife crisis, or the guy who wants a comfortable commuter bike. These bikes are going to give you a little more of a laid-back riding position. They usually have very large displacement engines but have a heavier curb weight. It'll come with a soft suspension that makes riding long distance a little easier. A low ride height will limit your lean angle, but that's not what this bike is about. It's called a Cruiser for a reason. They offer a loud, rumbly exhaust note, a smooth, stable ride, and as someone once put it, emotional performance. Whatever that means.
Emotional performance. How does it make the person with the
You're
money to buy it?
But if all this other, have you heard the new emotional performance single?
Plus, when you ride a Cruiser, helmets become optional. Just kidding, always wear a helmet and any other riding gear that you can afford. No sense in dying in an accident because Jessica won't get off her phone. Examples of some Cruisers are the Kawasaki Vulcan, the famous Harley Sportster, or the Suzuki Boulevard M50. The next motorcycle on our list is the Dual Sport. Now, Dual Sport encompasses a wide variety of rider, from the young squid on a DRZ 400 to the high-vis guy who rides his BMW R1200 GS to his office in a major city. The Dual Sport bike is exactly what it sounds like. It's a motorcycle designed for both on-road and off-road riding. A Supermoto, or Sumo, is on the cheaper end of the spectrum. These are pretty much road-legal dirt bikes, mainly designed for rough terrain. That's why they're usually equipped with knobby tires to dig into the dirt better. Adventure bikes are more expensive, heavier, and more powerful. They're made for riding on the pavement most of the time, but they can be taken into the brush when necessary. That, combined with a typically larger windshield and standard riding position, makes this a fantastic touring motorcycle. Which brings us to our final bike on the list. At number 5 we have the touring motorcycle. Now I know I said adventure bikes can make great touring bikes. However, the touring motorcycle is really a complete class of its own. Touring bikes are specially made for very long journeys. When most people think about a touring bike, they usually think of something like the Harley Road Glide, a big burly machine that looks like a moving couch. And it is. It's a comfortable ride that can offer everything from a radio, GPS, ample luggage space, even airbags, all behind huge fairings that block out most wind and debris. But all of this comfort comes at a cost. The price can easily be in the 20s and 30s of thousands of dollars, unless you look at a sport touring motorcycle. A sport tourer like the VFR 800 may not come equipped with a radio or a GPS, but they do come with super sport-like power and a comfortable upright riding position, all at a very affordable price point. So even though you won't be able to lean back and jam out to your favorite Foghat song like those other guys, you can go carve up a canyon on your way to your destination and still get there faster. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you think I've got something wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Maybe drop a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe as well, something, hit that bell for alerts, all that good stuff everyone always tells you to do. Even if you just sit there and watch the video, it really helps me out a lot. So thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.